you have to plan your workout if you want to maintain. If you don't want to, if you want to maintain your muscle and lose weight, you have to plan your workout. You have to do some weightlifting. Let's say you have days you do cardio. Break your week into break your workouts to the days you want to train in a week. Let's say if you have a cardio day and you're like, today I am doing cardio, do cardio with some weights, because if you do weightlifting enables you build muscle. As you shred fat, you're going to cut off the fat and you're going to build your muscle. So you have lifting weights, you have to do some weights, you have to do some resistance training to help you lose the fat, the unnecessary bad fat, and you gain muscle. The third question, someone is asking me, how does my weekly schedule look like? I'll start with what I do on Monday to up to what I do on Friday. So my Mondays are always for leg sessions. I do my legs on Monday, but I make sure I warm up. I do enough warm up, because once you're starting to work out, warming up is very important. Stretching before you exercise is very important. So Mondays I always do legs. I do legs and I do my abs as well. And I do my arms a little. Tuesday I always do my back. I train my back. And I do some triceps a little. Wednesday I try to do my bench, like I do bench, chest exercises. Of course, I don't do intense because I'm a woman, and also try to do body weight exercises. Then Thursday, I have to do shoulders as well. But when I'm doing my shoulders, I tend to do them alongside my back as well, because I do not want to get wide shoulders. I don't want to look so masculine. So I tend not to overtrain them. So Thursday, I'm always doing my shoulders and a little of my back. And then Friday, I do legs again. Friday, I do legs with my booty. I like training my booty because I'm a woman. So I have to do my booty and legs as well. But in all these days, 5 days, I ensure I do my abs. I make sure I do my abdominal muscles. It is a must that I have to do them. If you were an athlete, what sport would you participate in? Wow, I like hurdles. I've never tried them, but I would want to try them. I think that is the game I would participate in. I'm still welcoming questions now. You can ask me anything. I'm here to answer all the questions. I'm here to encourage you to start working out, dear women. It is so sweet to look good. You feel so confident and you get to love your body and appreciate yourself every day if you start working out. So feel free to ask me questions at this moment. How do I balance career and fitness? Wow. First and foremost, goals first. I have body goals, I have career goals as well. But I tend to work out in the morning. Apparently, we are working from home. Yes. So I tend to work out morning hours. and then after I go and do my professional job. Fitness should not stop your career. It is a lifestyle. It is something that it should be part of you. So you can break your your day down, and you're like, I'm going to work out in the morning and do my professional work in the afternoon or in the evening, depending on what time they want you at your work. So it's very easy for me because I plan my day, and I'm like, in the morning, I'm having to train myself, and I have clients I have to train in the morning, and then in the afternoon, I have to work. That is from around 10 up to 5. I have to be in office, I have to work. Then in the evening, I am ready to again train other people. So that's how I balance my career and my work. Not forgetting, in this period after training people in the evening, I always give myself time to read, because I like to read. I like to get to know more. I like to seek knowledge. Always leave room for me to read before I go to bed. Priority, career first or health first? Health, definitely, because if you're not healthy, how are you going to achieve your career? It has to start with health. You have to be healthy, and then this will push you to push your career at the same time. If you're not healthy, you want to be able to achieve your career goals. So you have to improve your healthy stability. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. Ask me questions. It's only one person here that's asking me questions. Ask for me. Someone is asking me, how can I work out? How can I build my butt and get abs without losing weight? You have to learn how to train your body. But one thing for sure I will tell you is that there is no way you're going to achieve getting defined abdominal muscles when you've not lost a little bit of fat or weight on your body, because it's a game of toning. During the process of toning your body, you have to lose some fat. So you have to be ready to lose something, but you gain some muscle. As you lose some fat, you gain some muscle. So you have to train your abs at least 3 times a week, and make sure you eat healthy, because 80% of your abs are made in the kitchen. Then 20% in the gym. You have to train your abs. And then your butt, you have to, do booty exercises. Do not do high intensity exercises, because they will expose you to lose weight. Do a few reps. I'm waiting for many questions. If you cannot hear me, you can let me know. But feel free to ask me any fitness question you would want to know, as we wait for Geros to sign in.
Doryn, how are you? I'm back. Doryn, am I now audible, or I'm still breaking?
I can hear you.
You can now hear me, right?
Yes.
Oh, finally. I think I've had to change lines like 100 times.
Yeah, I can hear you.
So I don't know where you had reached because I was completely off with answering the questions. I don't know if you answered all the questions in the comment section. Did you mind to answer all the questions in the chat?
Yes, I've answered all the questions, Geros.
Oh, thanks so much. Thanks so much for giving me company. I see Coach Remy, you've been here ever since we started. Thank you so much for keeping me company. Otherwise, my internet has been misbehaving. But regardless, we move on. So, Doreen, let's go now straight to the topic: women and weightlifting. If a woman out there who has never been to the gym, who has intentions of starting to work out, what are those fears you want to allay so that they can start working out straight away, especially when it comes to weightlifting? Because I know there are so many myths out there. Women have said weightlifting is for men, weightlifting is not for men, is not meant for women. So there are a lot of myths out there that I would want you to debunk or iron out so that people out there can start with their weightlifting journey.
Um, Thank you, Geros. Um, one of those biggest fears women have, it is they don't want to get fear of getting bulky, fear of bulking. They think if you go to the gym lifting weights, you're going to bulk. They think if you go to the gym, you're going to bulk, you're going to get mugged, you're going to look like men, you're going to look so masculine, which is not true. That is completely not true. Women, we do not have testosterone. And testosterone is what enables men to look the way they are looking. So if you do not have that testosterone, there is no way you're going to become mugged. There is no way you're going to, look like a man or have muscles defined like for men. I know there are some influencers you've seen on YouTube. There are some people you've seen on Instagram that really look like men. But those people, some of them, they train that way to look that way. They add steroids. Others have supplements they use to look like the way they look. Others have to inject themselves with steroids or testosterone to look the way they look. But if you do not train that way, there is no way you're going to look mugged. There is no way you're going to bulk while you're in the gym. That's not true. Number two, the biggest fear of women is because uh, they fear pain. It is pain. They fear getting pain. They fear getting exposed to pain, which is true. I don't want to lie to people that if you lift weights, you feel pain. Where I am at, I also feel pain. The more I go heavier, the more pain I get, even when I train every day. If you go, I remember uh, in March. I remember, yes, in March. I had taken like 3 months from January, February, March. I wasn't working out. So when I came back towards the end of March, my body was in so much pain. That was after doing a leg session. So I could not stand really properly. I could not walk properly. I could not climb stairs. My body was in so much pain, and I felt like quitting. So I tell my gym partner, I tell him, I'm like, you know what? I think this fitness game is not for me. I think I quit. And then he was like, Doryn, you know why you started. You know why you're here. And I know that you know the reason as why you're feeling pain. So whatever it is, go home and fix it. But trust me, sitting on the chair was very hard. Raising my shoulder like this for long was really hard. But I did not stop. I went through this pain for 2 good weeks. I would go on a squat track in that pain and still endure and still work out because I knew that this pain was going to stop at a period of time. So you fearing to go to the gym that you're going to feel pain should not really stop you. Because even when you're working out, you're still going to go through this pain. Ask your instructors, ask them, is there some time when you go through pain? Apparently, right now, I trained my upper body last week. I tried to do some body weight exercises, and my shoulders are paining, but that is not going to stop me from doing upper body workouts because I know this is something that I have to live with. After this pain, I am going to achieve something sweet and something good. I am building muscle, which I want. So I have to endure through this pain, It will go away. So that should not really stop you from going to gym. Number, it's failing to recognize who you are and what you want. You know, once you know who you are and you get to know what you want, you will not fail to go to the gym. Some of the people, like I answered earlier, you look at yourself and you're like, I'm too small. I cannot go to the gym. If I lift things, I'm going to break. If I lift things, I'm going to become smaller. That is not true. Gym can never make you look small. It is instead going to increase your fitness levels. It is going to help you, enable you build some muscles. So there is no way you're going to look small. You're actually going to look more lean and defined if you lift the things in the right way, if you lift weights in the right way, if you plan your workouts in the right way, if you get a good trainer who is good at what they do, you will not look skinny. So first look at yourself and know who you are. Talk to yourself in the morning, motivate yourself. When you're taking a shower, talk to yourself. Feel like I'm strong, I'm energized, I can do anything, my body can stand anything. Because a human body can stand each and every workout. It just has to start in smaller steps. But as time goes on, with your persistency and your consistency, you will find yourself being able to do the things you never imagined you would ever do in this fitness game. So you thinking that you're going to look a little to break when lifting these things, that is wrong. Gym instead is going to tone your body. It's going to make you more fit and healthy and flexible. It will push you to eat healthy. It will push you to eat food. So there is no way you're going to look skinny when you're actually exercising while eating, right? Number 4 is lack of self-esteem and fear of failing, right? You think that when you go to the gym and you fail to do something, people are going to laugh at you. You fear that when your instructor tells you something and you fail, maybe they will chase you or they react in some kind of way. But that should really, really not stop you. Where you fear to begin from is where we all started from. I remember I did not know how to squat from the beginning. I started from baby steps. Then I went to a bar. Then I went to 2.5 kilograms to 5 kilograms. Like that. I kept on progressing. But I had to first work on my esteem. When you're in a gym and you look at people doing things, don't think that you can never do things. No. You can do anything. You just have to get the same energy the same vibe and do these things. Another fear, I don't know, but if you think you have other questions, you can ask me. But those at least are some of the biggest fears women have that has stopped them from going to the gym.
Oh, interesting, interesting. And I've had so many women who come to my inbox and they ask me, they are already bulky, they have some fat on them, and they always say they want to lose fat, but they don't want to lose their weight. So how do you advise them? I actually have someone texting me right now asking me that same question. Put it straight to you.
Um, Good question, Geros. I had answered it, but I'm going to answer it again. There is no way you are going to get that good body, gain that muscle when you don't shed off fat. Because you need to have enough muscle to fat, you know. So if you're trying to get that body, you will eventually get it. The logic is here. Lose the fat, build muscle, you know. Do the exercises that are going to enable you shed off fat and build muscle. What exercises do I mean? Squat. If you squat, you're going to build your legs. As you lose, you're going to build your muscles like legs, and then you lose the fat. Let me take an example of me. I did not become small. I choose to become small and I choose to become big. It is a choice, you know. I know when how I'm supposed to train not to lose weight, and I know how I'm supposed to train to gain muscle, you know. But if you are trying to lose belly fat, or if you are trying to reduce certain parts of your body, I do not want to lie to you that you will not have to shed off some fat. You will shed off some fat, but you will gain muscle. You will look more defined than when you have fat. So there is, I'm going to lose fat and not get muscle. I'm going to get a good body without losing some fat. That is very impossible. You have to cut down the fat levels or the fat content and increase the muscles.
Thank you for that. And I think most women, or one of the benefits most women take into account is actually weightlifting increases their bone density. I mean, there's all how weightlifting is going to make your bones stronger, and bones, of course, is your foundation. So if you have stronger bones, you have less risk of fractures, less risk of osteoporosis in future as you age. So it's something that you should also look into. But also women, like how she said, you can't gain muscles like men, because the reason we look like men is because of hormones, like she said, testosterone. And oh, she's going on. Okay, so I was saying the reason we look like how we look as men is because of testosterone, and basically, in women, men we have 7 times more testosterone compared to women. So there's no way how, even if you lift which kind of weights, you're going to actually get those muscles tone like men, because it's all about testosterone, except if you're getting exogenous testosterone that you're injecting yourself. So if you're on steroids, you're going, of course, increase your serum testosterone and, of course, more muscle. So, but if you're not on any anabolic steroids, trust me, you're going to lift your weights and you're not going to, gain or get those toned muscles like for men. But also, weightlifting also helps you burn more calories, because the more muscles you have on your body, the more calories you burn, because your muscles are more metabolically active. You need more energy to keep those muscles. So while you have those muscles, you're burning more calories than ever before. So somebody who doesn't have muscles, someone who has a lot of fat mass on their body, they are not burning the same calories as someone who is lean, who has a lean body mass on their bodies. So it's really very, very important that you look at it in that angle. So one thing, women, that you should take from Doreen, lifting weights does not make you get toned muscles like men, because it all goes back to testosterone. If you're getting anabolic steroids, exogenous anabolic steroids, of course you're going to increase your testosterone, which will make you gain some muscle and start looking like men. But if you're just lifting weights to lose fat, look lean, that's okay. You can get started, you can lift your weights, and trust me, you're going to get quicker results. Even if you look at people who lift weights and people who only do cardio, people who lift weights actually get more lean faster compared to the group that does only cardio. So that's how important weightlifting or resistance training is. Doreen, let's leave a little bit of weightlifting. Let's go to the kitchen. When it comes to nutrition, how do you advise someone to be eating, especially if their goal is to lose weight? Doreen, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. When it comes to nutrition, number one, you have to increase your protein intake. You get? If you are lifting weights, you have to increase your protein intake. Jero, can you hear me?
Yes, you're on.
Yeah, you have to increase your protein intake. You have to increase your fiber. You have to increase your fiber intake. In other words, let me take you through my meal plan for the day, how I eat from morning up to evening. I wake up in the morning and take water, take like 2 glasses of water to 3, and then take a shake. After shake, I mean like a protein shake. I don't mean like powder. I have something I make like peanut butter, cereal, oats, because I need some energy to enable me during my workout. After working out, I come back, I have a breakfast. I make sure I really eat heavy, But in my meals, I make sure I add oats. I make sure I eat posho. I make sure I eat some matoke. I make sure I eat avok. That is my breakfast, meanwhile, because I need the energy. If I don't do that, I take porridge with milk and eggs. I add eggs and yellow bananas. That is something. I have a fruit, I have protein, and in the porridge, in the soy porridge or white porridge, I add milk. So I also have some energy levels and fibers in that. Then I have oats added there. Then I wait for lunch. Lunch, I make sure I have a meal that still is high in protein and has some carbs that are easily digested. So I have posho, I have matoke, or I have a sweet potato, I have avocado, I have eggs. I normally eat egg whites. Then I have a drink. Then during that period to dinner, I snack. I eat plenty of fruits. I'll eat apples, I'll eat pineapples, I'll eat watermelon. For those that really know me, they know I love eating fruits. It's like part of me. Even immediately after working out, I'm asking for fruits. I have to eat fruits. Then after working out, I have to eat that. So between the period of lunch to dinner, I am snacking on fruits. I'm hydrating. Hydration is key in this working out game. I always tell people, hydrate to your best. Whether you drink 3 liters of water, make sure you drink water. The dinner, I don't always have heavy dinner. I either have fruits or I have salads. Apparently, I have eggs. I don't really eat a lot. So vegetables and eggs, that is enough for me for dinner. Then I wait for morning. In that period, I'm leaving room for digestion from, let's say from 7 up to the time I sleep. I do not have to sleep when my stomach is full. That is how I plan my day. That is the day I work out and I really do heavy. But I make sure I eat. I make sure I take plenty of fruits. And another very, very important thing is detoxing. People hardly detox, and it is important for your body. Take smoothies that will enable you detox. I mean, that you're going to drink and you detox. I mean, spinach. You can get spinach, cucumber, carrots, and lemon. Put it in a juicer. Take that juice, detox every morning, at least like 3 times a week or 2 times in a week. Remove those fats, remove those toxins that are in your body. Because if you do not, you're going to have issues of indigestion, you're going to have issues of loss of appetite. And if you're choosing a fitness game, you're also looking at the healthy side of it. So you have to detox. You have to detox your body to improve your digestion, to help in muscle recovery, because detoxing will enable you get muscle recovery. That is how I live my lifestyle. I detox, I eat healthy. I make sure my protein intake is very high, because it is what is going to help me build my muscles. I always make sure I my calories. I don't always eat processed foods. For processed foods, I mean, I take long to eat bread. I don't always eat bread. I take long to eat biscuits. I take long to eat ice cream. I take long to eat junk. I really take long to eat junk, unless otherwise, because I'm not getting anything from these foods I'm eating, yet I'm working out, and my body doesn't need rubbish. My body needs something that is going to benefit it, not something that is not going to benefit it. So I take long to eat junk. That is how I
Um,
plan my.
so on that note, Doryn, I want to ask you, especially in Uganda, when it comes to Uganda, I know protein is quite very hard to get. It's quite expensive. So let me look at your protein options that you always have throughout the day.
Um, I look at meat. When I'm eating meat, I look at chicken. I'm not a lover of chicken, but I have to eat it because it is white meat and has enough protein content. I eat eggs every day. I eat a minimum of 6 eggs a day, but I don't eat the egg yolks. I eat the egg whites, and I don't eat them at once. I have some in the morning and some during my lunch. So I always increase my intake of eggs. So I calculate my day, and I'm like, today my intake of protein should be at least 80 grams. So how do I meet the 80 grams? I have to take porridge. In porridge, I have to put milk. I have to eat peanut butter. Peanut butter is high in protein. I have to eat chicken, or fish. I have to eat eggs, but egg whites, because I know each egg white I'm getting like 4 grams of protein. So if you're to calculate 4 times 6 eggs, that is something like 24 grams already. And if you look at milk, it also has a certain gram of protein. If you look at peanut butter, the same. You look at chicken, the same. You look at avocado, the same. So I make sure I balance my protein intake. That is how I eat. I eat enough white meat. I eat enough eggs. I take milk. You can take yogurt. If you have access to Greek yogurt, you can take Greek yogurt. Also take apples. Apples also have some content of protein in them. Um, those are foods I normally eat a lot, really.
Oh, so again, I've heard your list. So how about these people who take protein powders? What's your say about protein powders like whey? Because I know most people find it hard to get the required amount of protein, so they end up, bringing in protein powders so they can quickly hit their target. So what's your take about protein powders, especially whey?
Thank you for asking, Geros. Whey is good. I don't discourage it. Why do I say it is good? It's because it is very hard to meet the protein content your body needs. So how do you do it? You get protein powder. Because not everybody knows how to balance their diet when it comes to protein intake. So if you can get protein, take it, but make sure you train. Because if you do not train and you take whey protein, you might not get the results. People always discourage others. Supplements are bad, whey protein is bad. No, 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 no. What is the use of whey protein? It is protein, right? So your body needs protein to grow. Your body needs protein to heal. These protein powders, some of them have amino acids, you know. Your body needs them for muscle recovery. So I always encourage them, if you work out, it is okay, you can take the protein powders because your body needs protein. It needs enough protein for your muscles to grow.
Absolutely. And this is what most people forget is whey protein is just made from our milk. Only that this time around they have removed all the fat, all the carbohydrate, and it is just only protein. So we have types, we have hydroxylate, we have isolate. So some at 99%, others at 100%, depending on which type of whey that you're going to buy, and also depending on your wallet. So guys, whey protein is okay. That's why it comes at a cost because it's one of the most expensive, I think, supplements on market. So everyone who has fears about taking whey, I think, please, you should go ahead and have your whey. So another thing I wanted to ask you: do you track calories? How do you have like a calorie target of the day, or you simply eat your healthy foods and you don't count calories?
Thank you, Geros. I always calculate them. I always
And
calculate them.
and how do you calculate them? That's the most important because we want people, our people, because like she said, when you want to lose weight, it all has to go back to how many calories you're taking in. So there's no way how you're going to measure calories using your eyes. So we want to know actually how you track your calories, how you calculate them to come up to your daily requirement of calories that you have.
Um, I might not give you the real exact number of the calories, of course, but for someone who is trying to lose weight, of course, now they have to reduce their calorie intake. But let me now talk about me. Like right now, I am at maintaining. I'm not looking at adding weight. I'm not looking at losing weight. So me having to take porridge in the morning, I know it doesn't have like a lot of calories, you know. If it has in a cup of porridge, it doesn't have more than 100 calories, you know. So if I add milk, I still know even when I add milk, it's not going to make something like 100 or 1,000 calories. If I add egg whites do not have any calories in them. If I add yellow bananas, it doesn't have more than 30% of calories, 30 grams. So I have not planned that in the morning, my meal is not going to exceed 300 calories or 100 calories. So my morning meal does not exceed 150 calories. So I take porridge, I take eggs and yellow bananas. That's not too much. Then my lunch, I'm having egg whites. I told you egg whites, most of them, egg whites, it's complete protein, nothing like calories. I have beans. Beans have enough, they're high in protein and less in calories. I'm eating avocado. It is having still less amount of calories. You get, so it has more fat, good fat. And if I'm having to eat posho, now it is posho that is high in calories, and it doesn't have more than the amount of portion I'm eating is not having more than 500 calories. So my lunch, the maximum it is having, it is like 300 calories. So add 300 to my breakfast of 100 calories. That is 400 calories. So I'll be snacking from, like I said, from lunch to dinner. All the fruits I'm having, apples, pineapples, oranges, they cannot make they can't make 50% of calories, you know. And then we go to dinner, I'm having salads, or if not vegetables. Yes. All those cannot, if they've gone high in calories, they cannot go past 50%. You understand? 50 grams. So that is something like 100. So altogether, my day has like 600 calories. But
Oh,
my intake is more.
that's interesting. That's interesting. So, that's good. Let's assume we have someone other who is trying to lose fat, especially your client. A client has pushed you. Maybe they are 90 kilograms and they want to share their weight up to around 70, and they've been messing with their lifestyle with so many different foods, empty caloric foods. So, which are those foods do you always recommend your clients to take out of their diet?
I beg your pardon, Jero.
I want to know the foods you always emphasize on, especially when it comes to clients, to take them out of their diet when they are trying to lose weight, so that they are not in a caloric surplus instead of being in a caloric deficit.
Okay, thank you, Jero, for that question. Number one, if you are trying to lose weight, please eat food. Eat food, because your body needs food that will give you the energy to burn the fat. So what do I always advise them? Most of them, I realize they like rice. So I normally cut out rice. Why do I cut rice? It's because rice has carbs. Some of those carbs, they take longer to get digested. And they end up being stored in the body. So they become bad fat. So they increase your weight. So now I'm trying to work with people who are trying to lose weight. Either I put them on intermediate fasting. If not intermediate fasting, I tell them to do smoothing a lot. But intermediate fasting is one of the best ways to lose weight while you're training, because you're not eating a lot. You're fasting for some hours, like 7 hours, 6 hours, and you're not eating a lot. Or you're reducing your calorie intake. Like all the foods you're going to take are very, very low on calories and they're high in protein. So I always design for them a diet plan that has less calories. So in the morning, I always tell them to take fruits, take plenty of fruits, take some eggs, take some porridge, you know, but don't put milk in that porridge. Then have one meal a day. One meal is enough for you. That is heavy lunch. So if you have a smoothie in the morning, and then it will keep you full for longer. Let's say people who take cereal. If you take oats, they are high in fiber. They'll keep you full for longer hours. So you don't feel hungry for a certain period of time. And then by the time you have lunch, you have a heavy lunch, you know. And dinner, you don't have to have a heavy dinner. Like I said, you have salads. So I always tell them to have one complete meal, one good meal, that is lunch. Do smoothing in the morning, or do a light breakfast like milk or porridge with an egg. One egg is enough. And a yellow banana. I don't always tell them. I cut processed things out of their meals, like chapatis, Rolexes, vindazi. I always tell them not to eat those things. Once you start working out, you have to say bye-bye to things like cakes, chapatis, vindazi, and other things. You have to focus on eating natural foods, you know. So I always advise them to have one complete meal a day. Lunch, your breakfast, and your dinner should be a little bit light. That is going to help you lose fat quickly while you're training as you gain muscles.
Someone has lost the weight. Yes, they wanted to reach a certain goal. They have reached there, but now how do they sustain it? Because for them, some they might think after doing whatever you have told them to do, they reach their goal. That is it all. So how do you always encourage your clients to maintain or sustain their goals?
Once you reach your goal, that is not the end of your fitness journey. When you reach your goal, you have to maintain that body shape. So if you are working out like 5 days a week or 4 days a week, you can make them 2 days. You can now zero them to 2 days, down them to 2 days, and have a day for cardio. Do some running because you're trying to maintain your body. Do some running. Do a gym at least twice a week to enable you in maintenance.
Oh, so because I have challenges with most people. The moment they achieve their goals, that is it, and now they go back to their old habits. So basically, what she's trying to say, the moment you decide to live this way, you have to know that that's going to shape the rest of your life. Isn't that so, Doreen?
Yes, let me think, Jero, and to the listeners. When you start a fitness journey, it becomes a lifestyle. Fitness is a lifestyle. Some people look at it as luxury, but fitness has never been luxury. You tell people that it is luxury until you go to the hospital and they tell you that if you do not exercise in the next 5 days, your body will be exposed to diseases like diabetes or high blood pressure. So it has to be a lifestyle. It is part of you. It is something you have to do to keep healthy. Fitness has never been a luxury. You waking up in the morning and you do road work or you start jogging is never a luxury. You will tell people it is a luxury until they tell you that you need to start exercising so you can fix your back. You get? You need to start exercising because you're getting arthritis. You get? And for women, it is very, very important that they keep exercising, especially for the sake of their bones. You get? Once women, we reach a stage in life and we are heading to menopause. You get? And when you're heading to menopause, you're at a risk of getting osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis.
Yes. And what is that condition? Is that your bones are getting weak and they are prone to breaking. Why does that condition come? It's because your estrogen levels are beginning to reduce, to lower down. So if you are not doing strength exercises or weight training or lifting or exercising, you're prone or you're exposed to those diseases. So how do you avoid getting there? Is start when you're still young. Start when you've not reached your menopause. You get? So that by the time that hits, it does not affect you. It does not affect your mental ability or your body. Women need to do strength training a lot. That's why some of them, they end up being operated, I'm sorry to say. Why? Because you do not have the strength to push the baby. Why? Because your pelvic muscles are weak. But if you are exercising, especially doing weights, doing weightlifting, this is going to loosen a bit your bones and is going to make them strong. It is going to enable and improve your flexibility in these movements. So it is really, 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 really important, very important for women to do this, to adapt fitness as a lifestyle. You understand, once you give birth, you get baby fat, you get out of shape.
That's where I was coming from. As I talk, I have a client in my inbox who is saying she gave birth to twins. She was 70, and now after 9 months, she's 90 kilograms. And she's asking me how she can be able to go back to her 70 kilograms? That's the last person I want to talk to directly.
Thank you for that question, Jero. And I'm coming to explain that. Um, in most cases, women, once after I know I've not given birth, but after giving birth to your first baby, you might not get out of shape. But if you give birth to your second baby, women who have given birth to their second babies and more, you can testify on this. You tend to become fat at a very high rate. Why? Increase body fat. You did not exercise this baby fat out in the first place, and you waited it to accumulate, and reach a point of where you cannot control it. That's why we have postpartum exercises for women who have given birth. They are very, very, very important. After you getting pregnant, your muscles adjust, you get this baby fat, your body produces a lot of estrogen in your body, so you become big. And how do you deal with it is start exercising. If you're not over C-section and you're not having conditions after giving birth, 2 months are enough for you to go to the gym. 2 months are enough for you to start jogging, to start doing exercises, because if you do not, you're going to run out of time to chop this baby fat, and you're going to become fat every day by breastfeeding, by eating, because you have to eat a lot when you're breastfeeding. So for you to get in shape, now coming to that answer, is you have to get out of your comfort zone and start weightlifting. I'm sorry to say. I know most of the women are running away from weightlifting, but weightlifting is going to help you shed off this fat so quickly than just running. I know people prefer cardio exercises. I'm not saying they're not good. They are. Running is okay. Skipping the rope is okay. Cycling is okay. Training is okay. But there is something very special on weightlifting. What is that? Is that it's going to shed off the fat so quickly as you gain the muscle, and it is going to help you get in shape quickly. Because it's not all about you losing weight. If you realize, it's more than losing weight. It's more than you getting fit. Also, your body has to get in shape. How do you get in shape? You have to do some exercises like deadlifts. You have to do some weightlifting exercises like squats. You have to do some weightlifting exercises like leg presses. You need all those exercises besides cardio sessions. These are going to help you shed fat so quickly and strengthen your muscles, as you lose that fat. Thank you, Joe.
Oh, thanks so much, Doryn, about that question. I have a lot of women after giving birth having that same problem. We call it baby fat. That's why they always call it. But like she said, you have no options other than getting out of your comfort zone, and you start on resistance training. You must do resistance training. You must change your diet so that you get maximum results. And it doesn't stop there, because, like she was saying, yes, you're going to lose that baby fat again, but are you going to keep in the cycle of gaining and losing, gaining and losing? So when you reach there, then you have to look for ways of maintaining it. Basically, it means that you have to change your lifestyle completely and take the fitness lifestyle for the rest of your life. I don't see any questions in the chat box, but if you're still watching, please put your questions in the chat box so that we can have Doryn answer those questions straight up. So maybe the last question I would want to put straight to you, I myself, is oh, sorry about that. How do, because most people are going to say in their localities they don't have gyms, they don't have weights and such kind of stuff. Is there any other way you can help such kind of people, especially if they want to do resistance training? Because not everyone, wherever they are living, they have a gym. Some people are out of the cities, out of the municipalities, where absolutely no gyms. Is there any other way they can start training?
Thank you, Jero, for that question. Yes, there is a way. It's because the topic here was all about weightlifting, but you still make that body at home because apparently gyms are closed, and that should not stop you from weightlifting. I mean, it should not stop you from exercising. You have to do exercises from home. Do some cardio. Go on YouTube, get those cardio sessions, those cardio classes. Do them. Learn how to do those squats. Do the squats at home. Plan your workout before you start. Before start working out, plan your workout. Be like, today I'm going to do 5 push-ups, 5 times 20 squats, 5 times 20 lunges, 5 times. Then I do some sumo squats as well, 5 times. And then I do some mountain climbers 5 times. Plan your workout session, write it down, and go by it. You can still exercise and achieve these things at home. You can improvise the weights. You don't have to have dumbbells, or you don't have to have very nice barbells to start working out or to start weightlifting. You can improvise these things at home. There is last lockdown, I saw people, they were getting Renzori water bottles. Someone gets a Renzori water bottle, 5 liters this side, and they put a bar, something like a wooden bar, and they start squatting on it. You can do those exercises from home. Improvise. You don't have to go to the gym if you cannot afford it or if you cannot access it. Just plan your workout and go by it. You will still get the results.
Oh, thanks so much for that question. Also, the question I have, someone who has been lifting weights like you, especially female, free weights versus machines. Would you go for free weights or machines?
I beg your pardon?
As you has been lifting weights at least for almost a year, almost so, would you prefer machines or free weights? For example, I'm talking about Smith machines and squats. I mean, I'm doing like plates alone, and then you're doing squats alone, or you'd prefer working with the machines.
Are you asking that question to me?
Yes, yes,
If it is direct to me on what I prefer,
yes.
I prefer weightlifting, Jero. Weightlifting is therapy to me. Though there are some days I do not do weightlifting. You get? There are some days I choose to do body weight exercises strictly, and I don't do weightlifting. Why? Because it's not all about weightlifting. I should be able to, manage my body weight. And by lifting weights, I might not be able to assess that. So I have to do body weight exercises as well, weight free, so I can, be able to assess myself. But if
Yes,
we talk about what I prefer most, I prefer lifting to
yes. So in
free weights.
weightlifting in particular, we have free weights. For example, instead of barbell loss, some people would prefer doing, let's say, lat pull downs. People would prefer the other machine that assists in squatting, the Smith machine. So are you someone who, when you reach in the gym, you prefer free weights or machine assisted weights?
Um, when I reach the gym, I always warm up. That is the first thing I do. And when I'm warming up, I don't use weights. You get? And then after that, I use weights. So I just don't jump to weights. I have to first do body weight exercise. Why do I do that? Because I want to activate my muscles. And I do not want to break them or tear them. So that's why I don't jump to weights. So I'm one person. Every time I get to gym, first thing is I first do body weight exercises, weight-free exercises. Then after I start weightlifting.
Oh, interesting. Then another question that I have for you is when do you think someone over exercises? Is there like sort of over exercising in this game? Or do you feel sometimes you have exercise?
Yeah, before I use it too. Before I used to feel that. It's because I was so aggressive. And I reached a point and I had to break down, which is not good.
Uh, so when
And
when does someone get to know that they are over exercising?
your body shuts down. Then you feel you can't do anything. Because that happened to me. I worked out I worked out, I think, like an entire week. I used to work out like 7 days. Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday, Monday to Sunday. And that happened because I remember I used to lift weights. I lifted weights from Monday up to Friday, and then Wednesday I used to do weightlifting. Then after I go for a cardio class and aerobics class, then Saturday I did boxing. And boxing is a very, very, very uh, strong exercise. That I mean, like kickboxing. And then Sunday I went back and I still did legs. So I reached a point and I could not do anything. Like my body shut down. I was feeling sick. And I had to first give myself like 2 more weeks to recover. So it was from then that I was like, no, I really have to plan my workouts. I really have to plan my days if I have to go on with this thing.
Oh, interesting. So as Doryn, as we wind up, what's the last, what's your parting shots to the people who are watching or someone who will come later and is watching this stream?
I beg your pardon?
As saying, as we wind up, what are your parting shots? What do you want to tell someone out there who is watching or someone who was coming at last watching this stream, maybe 2 weeks from now? What are your parting shots that you want to tell them, especially regarding the topic?
Okay. Thank you, Jero. First and foremost, I want to thank people for tuning in and watching. And what are the words of encouragement that I have to give these people, especially women, is they should not be afraid to do weights because is good for them. Is very, very good for them. Women who lift weights are powerful. They are strong. Weightlifting improves your mental stability. It strengthens your bones. It improves your confidence. You know, weightlifting it helps you, get that toned body and maintain it. So do not be afraid to start weightlifting because you think you're going to look like a man. I know people tell me sometimes I post a picture and they're like, you look like a man. This is not what you're supposed to be looking like, which is not true in real sense. That is after I flex. If I flex, of course, you'll see all the muscles because I do not have a lot of fat on my body. But I have to keep lifting because it's what got me where I am and I have to maintain it. So women who are afraid to start lifting weights, please start. And after you've reached your body goals, do not stop because your journey has not ended. It is a lifestyle you began and you have to maintain that lifestyle. And also to men, because I don't think it's only women that are afraid to start weightlifting. Even men, please get out of your comfort zone and lift these weights. Grow some muscles, burn some fat, and look good. And third thing is that many people don't like training legs. The legs are very, 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 very important. You have to train your legs. you have to train your back because they enable you become firm, you know. It's not all about you having upper body strength. You also need lower body strength. So this goes both men and women. Do your legs. That's why I always have 2 days of two leg days in a week because I like training my lower body. Yes. Also my upper body, I train it. For women, I don't always train my upper body a lot because I do not like training. Um, I don't want to be like a man. Then another thing is, do not just do weightlifting. I don't have to talk about weightlifting and you think it's the only activity I do. No, I do weightlifting, I do boxing, I do spinning classes, I run, I jog. So it's not that I only do weightlifting. Keeping in shape comes with different workouts. You just have to break them on which days you're going to do jogging, on which days you're going to do boxing, on which days you're going to do weight training, and on which days you're going to do cardio. You have to plan your days. And another thing is that it is okay if you're eating poorly, but it is not too late for you to start eating healthy. It's also a lifestyle. Waking up in the morning and you're like, I think I have to reduce my sugar intake. It is very important. It is very important to live a healthy lifestyle. Go back home. Look at how you've been eating. You visit some people, and the biggest percentage they have in the of food they have in their fridge is bread, cakes, biscuits, blah blah blah, and everything. What happens if you have a biggest percentage of fruits and vegetables in your fridge instead of these foods that are even not going to help your body? So it is very important that you train, you exercise, but it is very, very, very important that you eat healthy. And another thing is, um, when you are beginning to train, it's a must. It's a must that you have to feel pain. There is nothing that you will never feel pain if you start exercising. Because I normally see people tell me that I started for the 2 days and then I started feeling pain. Yes, it's because your body you've introduced something to your body that it has not been doing. So you're shocking it. So it's okay to feel pain, but it won't stay for long. You will recover from it, you know. Do not stop because you're feeling pain. Actually keep working because you want the pain to stop. Another thing is that don't stop. Do not stop. When you reach at a point at a break even, a point of why you want to stop, go back and think about why you started. Go back and think about what brought you to the fitness game, why you started working out. And before you stop, ask yourself, is it the right time for me to stop? Have I even achieved 20% of what I wanted? If you've not, then keep going. It is not easy, I know, but it's still not hard. And if you stop, it is going to be harder. So before you stop, ask yourself why you started. It is very, very, very important.
Oh, interesting. That has been it, Doryn. Thanks for coming to my channel. Thanks for honoring my invitation. As we wind up, where can people get to if they want to, especially to coach them, if they want to follow you, where can they find you?
Apparently, I'm based in Nigeria, but I have online classes that are going on. So you can follow me on my Instagram at Doryn Shapes. Follow me on Twitter at Doryn Shapes. And my YouTube channel, I'm soon launching my YouTube channel. So I'm excited. I'm very, very excited. I can't wait to start and have you people follow me back and watch the videos that are going on your fitness journey as well. Those are the platforms that you can reach me on my Twitter and on my Instagram. I'll be very, very, very pleased to have you there and welcome you.
Yeah, that has been it. Otherwise, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you've had your questions answered. We are going to have more and more of these sessions in the near future, almost every weekend. I'll try as much as I can to get you someone to talk to you because hey, we want you to be in shape, we want you to live a healthy lifestyle. So that's what we shall keep on preaching. And Doreen, thanks so much again for coming through. And guys, see you in the next one. Mad love. Peace.